In this video, we're going to talk about real-time fades, which is a new feature that has been introduced in Pro Tools 10. Now Pro Tools 10 does not render fade files anymore and store them inside your fade files folder. It is in fact calculating your fades in real time. What this means is that you will not see anymore a fade files folder being created inside your session folder on your hard disk. So if I go ahead now and create a crossfade here between these two clips, and I try to access the folder of the session on my hard disk drive, I can clearly see that Pro Tools did not create a fade files folder and did not store the rendered fade files on my actual hard disk. So basically, practically speaking, you will see that Pro Tools is much more responsive. So if I go ahead and move this fade to the left or to the right, you can see that it's instant. Fade files are being created automatically, calculated in real time. Even if I go ahead and trim, there is no wait for render time. It's just doing it instantly. So moving your fades, trimming them, it all happens instantly. No render window for you to wait for. It will immediately apply these changes and a lot less wait when applying fades and changes to these fades. Your session will obviously take less space on your hard disk drive and it will play back with a much better response. Your session will now open and load faster and your hard disk performance will obviously get better. So you won't see anymore the fade files folder being created in your session folder or rendered fade files living in this folder. And obviously searching for lost or missing fade files is over now. Not only that, you get in fact a visual feedback when you crossfade like clips that are overlapping, just like right here. So now I'm still seeing the old view, which is like the regular standard view that we used to have in older versions of Pro Tools. What I can do is go inside View now, Waveforms, Overlapped Crossfades, and I can see now how these clips are crossfading. So I have a visual feedback of how this actually crossfade is happening. This used to be the case when we double-clicked on the crossfade to access the fade settings, and this view used to be the only way we could see how the crossfade is happening between two clips. Now this view is accessible inside the edit window. So obviously the next question that arises is, what if I open a version, like a session that has been created in an older version of Pro Tools? So let's say I go ahead and open a session that has been created in Pro Tools 9 or 8, for instance. So don't worry about that. Pro Tools 10 will not really touch the fade files folder. It will just go ahead and again calculate in real time those fade files, and it will not read the rendered fade files off of the session fade files folder, to just keep it there, won't touch it. You can go ahead and delete them manually if you want to, but Pro Tools won't do it. It will just leave it there. Keep it there in case you were to open this session in older versions of Pro Tools later on. If not, then just go ahead and delete it. You won't really need it anymore.